Before YouTube, before social media, and before reality TV took over everything, there was one channel that ruled pop culture: MTV. And in the 90s, it was at its peak. It was a time when music, culture, and entertainment all revolved around this one network, shaping entire generations. But what made MTV in the 90s so special? Why do so many people call it the channel's golden era? Well, buckle up, because today we're breaking down 10 reasons why the 90s was the golden era of MTV. From groundbreaking reality TV to legendary music moments, animation that was completely off the rails, and a little show called Jackass that changed stupidity forever. Let's get into it and find out what made 90s MTV the bomb. 1. The real world. The birth of reality TV. Before the Kardashians, before Survivor, and way before Love Island, there was The Real World, premiering in 1992. It was the show that literally invented modern reality television. MTV took 7 strangers, put them in a house, and just watched what happened. It introduced audiences to real, unscripted drama, arguments, relationships, social issues, all unfolding in real time. It was raw, messy, and for most of us, completely addictive. More than just entertainment, The Real World tackled real topics: race, sexuality, addiction, things that most TV shows wouldn't dare touch back then. And let's be honest, it paved the way for every reality show that followed, for better or worse. 2. Alternative Nation. Grunge and modern rock killed the 80s. The 80s were all about big hair, flashy guitars, and over-the-top glam rock. But by the early 90s, MTV helped usher in an entirely new era. Grunge, alternative rock, and underground music took over, led by bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Alice in Chains. It captured the cultural zeitgeist in a way that was simply unprecedented. Shows like 120 Minutes and Alternative Nation gave a platform to bands that wouldn't have been played anywhere else. And this wasn't just about grunge. MTV helped introduce weird, experimental, and totally unique artists to a mainstream audience. Acts like Beck, Bjork, Squirrel Nut Zippers, and even Chumbawamba got massive airplay, proving that the alternative music scene was full of surprises. Music videos got darker, weirder, and more artistic. Think Smells Like Teen Spirit or Black Hole Sun. Without MTV, a lot of these bands would have never broken through the barriers to being played in every household around the world. 3. Silky, soulful, and unstoppable. R&B's domination. The 90s was a golden age for R&B, and MTV helped push it into the mainstream like never before. Icons like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Boyz II Men, TLC, and Aaliyah dominated the airwaves, bringing smooth vocals, powerful ballads, and incredible music videos. MTV's heavy rotation of R&B videos made the genre a pop culture powerhouse. Whether it was Mariah hitting those impossible high notes or TLC redefining girl groups, these artists had a massive impact on music, fashion, and the industry as a whole. 4. Yo! MTV Raps, bringing hip-hop from the streets to the living room. Hip-hop in the 80s was still considered underground, but Yo! MTV Raps changed everything. Hosted by Fab Five, Freddie, Ed Lover, and Dr. Dre, the show gave hip-hop its first real main platform. It introduced the world to legends like Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Snoop Dogg, and Wu-Tang Clan, artists who would go on to redefine music and culture. This was the first time many suburban kids were exposed to rap music, making hip-hop one of the biggest global forces in music. Without MTV's help, who knows how long it would have taken for hip-hop to dominate the charts. 5. Britpop and the rise of electronic music. Across the pond, MTV helped introduce the world to Britpop, bands like Oasis, Blur, and Radiohead that defined UK rock in the 90s. Their music videos were cinematic, their personalities were larger than life, and their music became legendary. At the same time, electronic music was exploding. Acts like The Prodigy and Daft Punk were pushing boundaries with beats and visuals that had never been seen before. MTV played a crucial role in making these genres mainstream, helping electronic music step out of the underground and onto the global stage. 6. MTV's wildly unique animation. MTV wasn't just about music, it was home to some of the strangest, funniest, and most original animation ever. Beavis and Butthead, two morons watching music videos and causing chaos. Daria, the ultimate sarcastic outsider. Aeon Flux, dark, surreal, and ahead of its time. Celebrity Deathmatch, claymation violence at its finest. No other channel was giving animation this much freedom, and MTV's lineup became legendary. 7. The VMAs were a cultural event. The MTV Video Music Awards weren't just another award show, they were the award show. Every year, the VMAs gave us some of the wildest, most unpredictable moments in music history. Madonna set the standard with her risque performances. Prince wore see-through pants. Courtney Love crashed Madonna's interview. Howard Stern arrives from the rafters as Fart Man. Everyone tuned in because you never knew what was going to happen next. 8. MTV Unplugged showed a different side of artists. MTV Unplugged stripped down music to its rawest form. Nirvana's Unplugged performance is one of the most iconic live sets ever. Eric Clapton reinvented Layla. Jay-Z performed with The Roots, changing how rap was perceived live. For many artists, an MTV Unplugged performance was a defining career moment. 9. Jackass and the rise of DIY stupidity. Then, there was Jackass. Created by Johnny Knoxville, Bam Margera, and Steve-O, this was a show about guys doing completely ridiculous, painful, and often dangerous stunts, all for our entertainment. It wasn't just a show, it was a movement. It inspired an entire generation of kids to grab a camera and do stupid things just for fun, and somehow we loved every second of it. 10. TRL, Carson Daly and the cultural phenomenon of Total Request Live. And finally, we have TRL, the last time music videos truly had mainstream power. Every afternoon, millions of kids tuned in to see what video was number one. Hosted by Carson Daly, it turned pop stars into icons. Boy bands, pop princesses, rappers, TRL was the battleground for music's biggest names. So, was the 90s the golden era of MTV? Absolutely. It was chaotic, unpredictable, and completely original. It changed music, pop culture, and even television itself. We may never see an era like that again, but for those who lived it, MTV in the 90s was pure magic. What's your favorite MTV moment from the 90s? Drop a comment below.